his name is Cindy too. In LA, really? Well, I hope this song is not about you. But you know, actually the person that it's about is not nearly as tragic of a character as the character in the song. I had to kind of add a little bit of drama, but it's interesting. I meet so many people on the road, and back in the 11 years ago when I wrote this tune, actually it was probably 12 years ago now. I started to go out to LA and play a few years before that, and I never could get a gig at a proper club. But I would play this little place called Genghis Cohen, which was a Chinese restaurant. But you got free food and you got tips, and it was just one of those things, you know. And it was a cool little spot. It was a proper acoustic music venue, but it just wasn't known as being like, what like the House of Blues was there, or the Viper Room, one of those places. It was smaller. It sat like 25 people at the most, And I finally got to where I could sell it out, and it was free to get in. It was kosher Chinese, yeah. Sure was. Delicious. But so I was hanging out one night after I played. I was packing up my guitar and putting in my food order, and a woman came up to me. She was about my age, which was 28 at the time, I think. And we just had a kind of a kindred spirit between each other, and she was California, head to toe. She just had that California look, blonde, but her eyes were much older than she was. She looked like she'd lived a long life, just in her young age, and we sat down and started talking, and she says, I really like your stories, and not many people are storytellers anymore. And this was in the height of the boy band era, you have to keep in mind. It was like, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, and I'm up here doing my thing. It was really going over like a turd in a punch bowl. For the most part, the masses. It's still like that. But I'm so blessed, man. I love to be able to make music for a living. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I'm not qualified to do anything else.
They're good at it.
But anyway, she said, I like your stories, and she goes, I got a story for you. I said, yeah? And she said, yeah. And for the next couple of hours, I sat and listened to her story of how she grew up with the Children of the Stars, and her father had been in a rock and roll band, Greg Allman's band, actually. He was the lead guitar player in that band. And she learned how to roll a joint when she was like 4 years old.
Yeah!
Someone doesn't have kids.
Yes, no.
She was, long story short, she was exposed to a whole lot at a young age, and I thought she deserved a song, and I wrote her this.
Yeah. Yes.
She grew up with the children of the stars, in the Hollywood Hills and the Boulevard. Her parents threw big parties, everyone was there. Hung out with folks like Dennis Hopper and Bob Seger and Sonny and Cher. She feels safe now in this bar on Fairfax. And from the stage I can tell that she can't let go and she can't relax. And just before she hangs her head to cry, I sing to her a lullaby. I sing everything's gonna be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye, and everything's gonna be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. still lives with her mom outside the city, down that street in about a half a mile. All her friends tell her that she's so pretty, that she'd be a whole lot prettier, you know, if she smiled so much. But you know, even her smile looks like a frown. She's seen her share of devils in this angel town, and everything's gonna be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye, and everything's gonna be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. Told her, said I ain't so sure about this place.
Has that same
Hard to play a gig in
on
this
his
town.
acoustic. He's got that same
Keep a straight
guitar.
face.
I just noticed it.
It seems like everybody's got a plan. It's kind of like Nashville with a tan. Everything's gonna be alright. So rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. Everything will be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. Everything's gonna be alright. So rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. Everything's gonna be alright. Rock-a-bye, rock-a-bye. Say bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank y'all much. Thanks for listening tonight. I appreciate it. I had a good time playing for you. Thanks for putting up with this technical stuff.